All right, good afternoon. I'm here with another video, which is without an idea, meaning I gotta freestyle it again. All right, so let me see where we should start with. Today is a Monday. It's the beginning of a week. It's the end of a month. We are in spring. April's coming up. I believe, yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be the Easter holidays coming up, which means there's a big Easter thing going on. I know Easter is either religious, which means I do believe they have a special church service for Easter, and on the commercial side, kind of like Christmas. Well, shouldn't relate it to that, but on the commercial side, the children like to have Easter eggs, which are like typically chocolate eggs. Just in case you know, bunnies do not actually lay eggs. But that's the whole idea behind the commercial point, is to tell kids a fantasy like bunnies have eggs and then give them chocolate eggs, and then they do Easter egg hunts and things like that for the kids. To be very honest, I think it's a very bland holiday. I think as a religious holiday, I believe the religious aspect of the holiday has much more spirit, and I genuinely mean that, than the commercial side. The commercial side is quite weak. When I was a kid, they did like Easter egg hunts. No kid really even gave a shit about that stuff. There were a few kids who were actually celebrating the religious aspect, and they seem to be into the religious aspect more than the actual commercial stuff. I know that like they sell Easter bunnies in like chocolate form, for really cheap, like milk chocolate form. And I just can't imagine eating that much chocolate as a kid. Now, I'm not gonna say I didn't, but the only time that I used to eat a lot of chocolate specifically was on Halloween. Because of the trick or treat, I did eat a lot of chocolate. But that ends when you're a child and then you get older. But to this day, I still, well, I don't know. Anyways, the point is that I think Easter has more of a religious weight than it does a commercial, which is different from some other holidays. Anyways, moving on. I know that either spring break already happened. No, it's already supposed to have happened. I don't know what people are doing. I'm not able. If I could go anywhere and do anything for spring break, and I had a choice and I was able to, I might, spring break, yeah, spring break. I might do, so I'll tell you one thing. I've flown to the United States like a lot of times. Um, and I've been to Vancouver, right? And I've been to the Caribbean, which was Cuba. And on another trip, I went to the Dominican. I also went to South America. I went to Colombia. I think at least 6 weeks, just over 6 weeks, if I don't know. Anyways, that's how long I went to Colombia for. When I came back once I was done with the whole Colombia trip, I mean, other than like any kind of particular business interest, there was no interest for me to go back, or to really after that. There was no interest for me to even go anywhere in North America. I was absolutely done with North America. Not in a bad way. I just felt like I had spent too much time traveling there, but at the same time, spent enough time. Well, Colombia was a great trip because I spent over 6 weeks on my own at the age of 23 years old, which was a really good experience because I got to, I really finally got to know myself, really. And I got to understand, how I was, as a person. You know what I mean? So, I mean, with that being said, that was done. But I'm not really like for me going for like I did go to Dubai not too long ago. Dubai was a very good trip. I think how long did I spend there? So I got there on. I spent about 2 weeks, maybe just over 2 weeks in Dubai. Um, Dubai is definitely an interesting city to experience. But that wasn't really, I mean, and I'll be honest here, genuinely, well, that wasn't really a planned trip. that wasn't something that I had planned ahead and said, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna call. I made no plans whatsoever. And I went to Dubai just for a little. I was thinking I'm just going there for a little while, which ended up being about a 2 week trip. Now the trip became good, as by chance somebody well, I got somebody was around, and I got a couple of people were around. I got to meet them, and then I got to eat good food and check out Dubai and whatnot. But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the proper trip. You know what I mean? If I were to do a proper trip, I'd have to plan it. And if I was going to Dubai, I'll tell you right now, Dubai has a million activities. So if you go there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or even a month, you can make a full schedule and actually have an exciting schedule. You can go here, there's a lot of, Dubai is full of fun. But I'm sorry about this, and I'm sorry to Dubai. I don't consider Dubai as a number one place. I don't consider it as a top city in the world. Although it's very fun, the city is full of fun. Absolutely, Dubai is so much fun, but it's just lacking something. You know what I mean? And they don't like that, because if you were to give Dubai feedback, let's say someone genuine, they gave Dubai feedback, they'd be like, hold on. What makes us not number one? Tell us, and we will do that right now. You know what I mean? They have a big thing with promoting Dubai, and they've put in a lot of work and a lot of money into Dubai and whatnot, but it's just missing something. There's just something that's not quite there. You know what I mean? Like I'll tell you, you can have a lot of, like, it's so much fun, but there's still something lacking. You know, when I went there, I'm like, there's something lacking here. Like, there's something that's just not there in Dubai. You know, and for me, a one-time trip, even though it wasn't a proper planned trip, it still was enough. Going forward, anyways, I've talked. Well, I'd have to check that out when I get there. But I said if I was on spring break, where'd I go? Well, typically, okay, so I can't answer that question because I'm too old to be a spring breaker, and that question is not even fair. I probably wouldn't attend spring break anywhere. Anyways, I'm trying to see what else, what other content I can get in. I'm trying to think really. Okay, so the only thing on my, like, the biggest thing, and I've said it a lot, and maybe people are hearing it too many times, but you know, living my whole life as a shadow, and now having a presence, being a real person, real part, like, playing a real role in society. I feel good because one of the most discouraging things about my life in the past was that I would put in incredible work. The thing is that people don't understand. So if they see you and they go, wait, this guy looks like he's pretty smart, pretty talented, and he's hardworking. How the fuck is he not like doing really good? Either A, he did something really bad in his life, to the point that he fucked himself over, and everyone in his social circle doesn't like him, or B, he just has horrible luck, or whatever the case is, right? But none of those is true. Really, you know, in my opinion, if I had lived like I am now with a presence, and become a shadow later, that wouldn't have worked, actually. That wouldn't have worked at all. But anyways, the point is that was a different life, and this is a different life. Here, in this life, having a presence, it's like me swimming with floaties on my arms, but each floaty weighs like 60 pounds. So I'm trying to swim with 60-pound floaties on my arms, okay? It is incredibly dreadful, and I just barely am able to do only one length, meaning going from one end to the other and back. And that's what, you know what I mean? That's how bad it is. That's all I can do. Now, I don't got those floaties on my arms, and everything I do counts. Okay, I have a better thing. You're scoring goals for whatever team. You're not getting a single thing out of it. Now you score a goal, everyone's like, wow. And it's like, wow, oh my God, that was amazing. Oh, did he really do that? How did you know what I mean? It's that kind of situation. So I mean, for me, for living 30 years, over 30 years of never, nothing ever counting. No matter what I did, no matter literally, no matter what I did, it would last for like one